Welcome to the Gladofi Media and Events channel. Thank you for always being there for us. Please, as usual, don't forget to like, share the video, subscribe, and also click on the notification bell in case of any new content. So, on today's edition of this channel, you get to watch the presentations from Bookman School at Satellite Town, Tendermate School at Jegule, Due Time School, Ojo Barak, and Mighty Pillar School from Ikorodu.
Where childhood should be filled with joy and exploration. A dark and dangerous threat arises, which ravages our young ones and must be stopped. Good day, everyone. My name is Emeka Abachukusomibi, and with me is
Naomi Abai.
we are bona fide members of this noble college, Bookman Schools, Lagos, and our topic before us is child molestation. Together, we shall deliberate on all we need to know about this topic, the definition, causes, effects, solutions, and lots more. So, over to my colleague. Let's know the definition of child molestation.
Before we move on to the definition of child molestation, there are some key terms we need to understand that is in child molestation, like who is a child, what is molestation, who is a molester, then what is child molestation. Any human being below the age of 18 is constitutionally regarded as a child in Nigeria. The act of mishandling someone in an inappropriate, abusive, or aggressive manner is called molestation. Any person who intentionally hurts or harms a child is called a molester. Now, the definition of child molestation is the crime of harassing or harming someone or a child in an aggressive or abusive manner is called child molestation. Over to my colleague Sumebi. So, what then are the causes of child molestation?
The common causes of child molestation include indecent dressing, peer pressure, social media, unresolved conflict, sexual addiction, to mention but a few. Then, Naomi, let's talk on the effects of child molestation. I know that there are a lot of effects, but just tell us on some we need to know.
Well, on the molested, that is the victim of child molestation, it includes poor academic performance, running away from home, contractions from sexually transmitted diseases like HIV/AIDS, suicide, and death. On the perpetrator, that is the molester, the ones that commit the crime to the molested. It includes depression, disgrace, social and emotional trauma, suicide, and death, becoming a drug addict. So over to you, Sumebi. What do you think are the preventive measures of child molestation?
Thank you. The government should formulate and implement policies to ensure that every right of the city of children are protected. They should also set up agencies that would help to prevent and curb this crime. The parents too have a role to play. They should teach their children about body boundaries and sex related issues like puberty and explain to them that sensitive parts of the body are private and are not meant to be touched. So you tell us, what are the solutions to be taken if this act has been committed?
Some solutions to take include reports to the right, report any case of molestation or attempted molestation to the right authorities. When reporting, be sure to give concrete evidence and give a narration of how the incident occurred. The victim, that is the molester, shouldn't be left alone all the time, as it may cause him or her to think of the past and think of trying something very bad like committing suicide. So over to you. What then are the helpful tips one can take in reporting it?
Okay. The helpful tips, many a times, children who fall into this molestation don't really know how to go about it. Here are some helpful tips that will help. The molester, when reporting, should have detailed narration and concrete evidence of how the event happened. The content of the narration should be the time of the event, the where the incident happened, how it happened, and the body part that was affected, if possible. Get the picture of the face of the molester and have a witness when reporting. You can now conclude.
Okay. In conclusion, child molestation is a devilish and grave act which creates frustration in the minds of the molested and the molester. Each and every one of us have a role to play in curbing, if not eliminating, child molestation for good. So I believe that if the parents The government, society, and the victims come together and work hand in hand. We can stop child molestation and bring the molesters to book. Thank you.
Of individual goals, talent, interests, and value differs. A person may derive a lot of pleasure from a particular job or occupation, while another person finds such a job boring and uninteresting. A career which is seen by one person to be too difficult, ethic, or time consuming. A career which is seen by one person to be too difficult, hectic, or time consuming may be exciting, easy, and interesting to another person. It is therefore necessary for each person to know himself or herself well enough to be able to discover what his or her area of interest is. 2. Access existing careers. After knowing oneself, it is necessary to examine the career available with your knowledge of yourself and your area of interest. It will be much easier to choose which career you want. It is also very good to seek career guidance and counseling through career guidance. You will understand the nature of the career
of your and your child's life together. Good parenting is an accumulation of actions and interactions you have with your child. It is driven with purpose and end goals in mind. Good parenting aims to develop in children's character traits like independence, self direction, honesty, self control, kindness, and cooperation. To that end, good parenting creates a foundation for a child's healthy, positive development. Good parenting involves parents living their lives as role models. Kids listening to and watch what their parents do, taking everything in. As they absorb their parents' actions and words, they begin to emulate them. Good parenting means being aware that your child is watching, learning, and copying you. What does good parenting mean? Good parenting focuses on the overall health and well-being of the kids. Good parenting focuses both on the here and now of a child's life and on raising kids who are successful in their lives as they mature and become adults. To that end, good parenting approaches kids with love, warmth, and acceptance. Healthy parenting means nurturing the whole child, attending to physical, mental, social, emotional, and intellectual needs. A definition of good parenting acknowledges that parenting is both an art and a skill. While good parenting doesn't mean perfect parenting, that's impossible. It does mean that parents do their best to interact positively and respond to their kids' needs every day. Every parent best varies from day to day or even hour to hour within the same day. What's important is that a parent has a child best interest at heart no matter what. Having a child needs and interest at heart isn't so difficult when you know the elements that comprise good parenting. Thanks.
elements of good parenting. The following elements are present in good parenting. 1. Support. Parents are supportive of their children, assisting them with school and activities when needed, attending their events and asking about their lives. 2. Discipline. Parents set guidelines and rules aligned with their value and purpose. Rules are consistent, clear, and explained. Consequences are gentle and logical. 3. Routine. Routine as well as structure and consistency provide stability and a sense that the world is logical and predictable. It fosters healthy, positive development. 4. Trust. Parents should trust their children. If children break that trust,
Parents should talk openly, discipline, and explain why they're disciplining. Also, parents should act in ways that their kids can trust them in what they say and do.
Involvement. Good parenting means being actively involved in your kids' life setting. Aside time to do things together. Attending school events and other activities and stay current with what's happening in your kids' lives are some aspects of involvement. Positive focus. Parents help children have a positive perspective rather than a negative outlook. While processing negative events and situations is important. Good parenting involve helping kids find positivity and forward direction. Guidance. Good parenting involve helping that kids to be involve involve guiding that kids to have involve guiding that kids to be successful. Responsibility. Parents should give children age appropriate tasks and chores as kid grows. So do their responsibility in order to foster success and a healthy work ethic. Love. Above all else, good parenting is.
Good day, everyone. My name is Colin Senyola.
My name is Ayela Walimat.
I'm from Tendermate College. Our topic today is choosing a career. Firstly, what is a career? A career is something that you have to do for the rest of your active life. So, you definitely want to do something that you like doing and it gives you satisfaction. Choosing a career based on your passion will allow you to comfortably settle in your career and you excel while overcoming the challenges with minimum effort. Some parents' decision on career choices for their child and the subsequent academic training required even before their child reaches the age of 12. This restricts the child exposure to various jobs and career opportunities. Many children lose out on exploring great career options due to lack of awareness. It is always better that parents and children should decide together on the career they want to pursue. Teenagers can get information about the latest trends, and the parents can get their practical experiences on the table and make the decision. The career of children must be chosen by parents because it is the desire of every parent that they want their children to be happy and will give the best for their beloved ones. The comfort and level to which you are provided for as a youth, it influences your perception of what's normal, prompting you to maintain that as much as possible through your own career choices. Alima, what is the parental influences on choosing a career?
There's nothing wrong if a parent chooses a career for the children. It is because they want the children to have a stable and financially rewarding career.
Take that line again.
Financially rewarding career. When parents choose this career for their kids, they might not be interested in the field, which make them feel uncomfortable when doing the job. They know themselves better because they have been trying to do what they want. Pressure is something that anyone goes through in some part of life, which can never make you and you face problems. Society, in conclusion, please note that societal and parental pressure can lead to increase in stress and anxiety. When you put pressure on your kids to choose career, they will not want to do it because the pressure is too much.
Good day, all. My name is Chimbito Jonathan, and with me is
Stella Emmanuel.
we are from Bookman School. We are here to see on the topic, which is benefits of inculcating good reading habits in children. Firstly, I would like to define the word inculcation. Inculcation means the act of impacting beliefs or ideas in someone's mind through constant repetition. Reading habits, on the other hand, is the behavior to read, which is done regularly to understand information and get entertainment from written material. Now, let's talk on a good reading habit. A good reading habit is a well planned and deliberate pattern of study that is consistent towards obtaining knowledge or information. When a planned reading habit is not achieved, it becomes a bad reading habit. Now, let's talk on the benefits of inculcating good reading habits in children. Number one, inculcating a good reading habit in children helps to develop their vocabulary and confidence. Number two, inculcating a good reading habit in children helps to improve a child's communication skills, both social and literacy skills. Number three, when a planned reading habit is inculcated, it triggers the curiosity for knowledge, hence they read to better themselves. Number four, children who read fluently can defend themselves when needs arises. Number five, inculcating a good reading habit in children improves a child's cognitive skills, both learning and reasoning through perception. And finally, inculcating a good reading habit in children helps them to perform even better in calculated subjects like mathematics, as they must read to understand the questions. Thank you.
Let's talk on factors that can hinder a good reading habit in children. These factors are number one, social media. Children who are introduced to the internet at an early stage rarely find time to read their books. Number two, lack of parental care. Most parents don't really care about their children's education. Hence, the children feel reluctant to reading. Number three, broken homes. Children from broken homes mostly feel depressed and do not put their right emotion to reading their books. Number four, peer pressure. Children who keep bad company are easily influenced into other bad habits rather than reading their book. And lastly, parents who are not educated might not encourage their children to read their book. In conclusion, the grooming of children into becoming their better version is the combined effort of all. Thank you.